Okay, a lead guitar sound with the Nameless X plugin. And this is the default setting, and it sounds like this. And of course, it's a great tight rhythm guitar tone right out of the box, but it's not a great lead guitar sound. So the first thing I want to change is the IR, and let's stick with the 57 for the main one, but for the second one, let's go with the 906. So we already have a little bit more mid-range. And it sounds a little bit honky, which would be not good for a rhythm guitar tone, but I like a little bit of honkiness for my lead guitar sound. It sounds like a wah pedal in a certain position. And the next thing is the amp EQ itself. So let's go for a little bit more mid-range, a little bit more treble, but be careful with that, and less bass. And also let's deactivate the grind pedal and use the hex drive and use a little bit of drive from the pedal itself. And turn down the level a little bit, also the tone knob. And now it sounds like this. And I like the tone already, but now let's head over to the post-FX section. And to be honest, most of the time, or let's say 90% of the time, I only use a delay pedal. I use the reverb more in my DAW with aux synths and with other plugins, and then I can automate it, etc. And for live and rehearsal, especially for live, I only use a delay pedal, to be honest. And let's turn on the delay. And let's deactivate the ping pong mode. I don't want that. And the mix knob always around 20 or 30%. And let's say we are not in the sync mode. Let's say we have to adjust the delay time manually. And I always go for a delay time between 300 and 500. So let's start with 400 milliseconds here. It's a good starting point. And the feedback knob, I just hit the strings with a very dry percussive sound, and then I just decide if I like it or not. It's a little bit too much for my taste. So let's turn down the feedback a little bit. It sounds better. And yeah, that's basically it, to be honest, for my lead guitar sound. And with this setting, it works for slower melody lines. It also works for very fast lines. And as I said before, most of the time I only use the delay pedal. But let's turn on the reverb anyway. And let's see how the default setting sounds. And it sounds nice, and I would use the reverb more for, let's say, very slow melody lines, like an ambient guitar style. For that one, I would increase the mix knob a little bit, and also go for a higher decay. And yeah, that's it. And of course, this is just a rough starting point. You can now fine-tune your sound to your liking. And what I like to do is go to the extra EQ here. And let's say a little bit of 1K. And 2K is always a great spot to give your lead sound a little bit more aggressiveness. So let's add a little bit of 2K. And also just a little bit of 500. But be careful with that. 500 is a dangerous frequency. So let's add just around 1 dB. And now it sounds like this. And let's turn down the reverb a little bit, or let's deactivate it and increase the mix knob of the delay. And now it sounds like this. And that's a lead guitar sound I really like. And as I said before, without the reverb pedal and a little bit more of delay, I have my guitar sound right here, but I have nice echoes a little bit more in the background, which gives the lead guitar sound a little bit more ambient, a little bit more space. And yeah, that's it. That's how I set up my lead guitar sound most of the time. And I hope you found this helpful. If so, please subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up. And thanks for watching and see you on the next one. Bye.